Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my Week 4 NFL predictions. Last week, I'm coming off of an atrocious 5-11 record, bringing my season total to 27-21. Ugh. Real quick before we hop into the video, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 lineup after using code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks. Also, sorry to remind you guys again, but the Caleb Williams free square is going on for another week. All he needs is 1 yard to win, so take advantage of it. But that's all I got for plugs. Let's get into my Week 4 predictions. Okay, so starting off with Thursday Night Football, we have got the Cowboys at the Giants, and this is literally the one game I still have not decided on. I gotta be honest, I like what I've seen from New York more than what I've seen from Dallas in the last 2 weeks. Week 1, they got embarrassed. Week 2, they lost their kicker on the opening drive, otherwise they could have beaten Washington. Week 3, they go out and play Cleveland, who I still consider to have a very good defense, and wax them. The thing about Dallas, too, is their run defense right now is absolutely horrible. Got shredded by Kamara, got shredded by Derrick Henry, got shredded by Lamar. Their pass defense, also nothing to write home about. But it's the analytics that get to me here. Danny has never beaten the Cowboys with Dak. He is 1-7 against them in his entire career. So now that I've talked about everything going on in my head about this game, I've got to make the decision. Fuck it, it's a weird year. The Giants, they are going to stun the Cowboys by a point, 24-23. I need to get one back on you guys last week anyway because I did so bad. I got to try and do it here. In Daniel Jones, in Malik Neighbors, in Devin Singletary, we trust. All right, moving on to Sunday, we have the Saints at the Falcons. I don't really feel strong on this take either, but I am going to pick the Falcons to win this 23-20. I think both running backs are going to go off. They're both going to have legendary games, but eventually you're going to have to throw the ball, and to me, Atlanta's secondary is going to make the difference. I don't believe Atlanta is playing like a 1-3 team. I think they're playing above that, and I think Kirk Cousins is only going to settle in as time goes on. And when it comes to the Saints, please don't think I'm out on you. I don't think you're a bad team at all. But we've seen what happens when you guys play a decent secondary, and Atlanta's secondary, well, I think they actually have a lot more talent than a lot of people are caring to admit lately. Falcons win. Now moving on, we have the Bengals at the Panthers, and this is where I think the Bengals finally come back and get the much needed win that they've been trying to get all season. I think they win this game pretty convincingly, 28-17. Joe is gonna go off. Jamar is gonna go off. T. Higgins is gonna go off. Defense probably won't be perfect, but they'll make the stops they needed in order to watch this offense completely snap. They are pissed off. They are embarrassed. They know they can't fall here because if they do, there's not a good chance they're coming back from it on the season. They are a better team than the Panthers. I have a lot of respect for the Red Rocket. I understand he has a chance to do one of the funniest things here, but it ain't gonna happen. The Bengals are gonna win this game. Now moving on, we have the Rams at the Bears. I think Chicago's gonna win this game 21-19. Offense started to click at the end of last week. Defense is not a concern to me. If Chicago wants to win this game, they need to move the ball from the start though. They need to be effective. They need to take the time off the clock with their own possession. And most importantly, the offense just needs to throw up a touchdown before the fourth quarter. You are not gonna find a more banged up Rams offense than what they have right now. And their defense has been pathetic all year. A matter of fact, in terms of yardage allowed per game, they are dead last in the league. Chicago, if you don't win this, like, I hate to say it, but you might be cooked. And now moving on, we have the Vikings at the Packers. This will not only be one of the best games of the week, but this will be a true classic, as some would say. You know who I'm picking here. I'm picking the Vikings by a point, 24-23. A lot of close games this week. Jordan Love might be ready. Even if he is, he ain't going to be enough to stop the Purple Rain. I see a lot of ground and pound tactics out of Kevin O'Connell this week. I think he's going to want to avoid any chance of an interception, and he's also going to want to give Aaron Jones a chance at that sweet, sweet revenge. But with that being said, I wouldn't be shocked to see Justin Jefferson turn on his burner once or twice either. The Sam Darnold-led Minnesota Vikings are going to start off 4-0, and Brian Flores is going to slap a leash on Matt LaFleur and dog walk him to his car after the game. Now moving on, we have the Jags at the Texans. Texans should win this 30-14. Jags are the ass of the league, plain and simple, and the Texans are a good team, and they're going to be very pissed off. This is the one game I don't even consider a trap game. Like, the Jags can't do anything, dude. They're helpless. And now moving on, we have the Steelers at the Colts. I gotta go with the Steelers to win this game, 24-16. This will be the one game where Anthony Richardson absolutely goes on a tear too, because this is the one game I am so certain he is going to struggle. I just haven't liked the Colts offense at all outside of Jonathan Taylor this year. Like, yeah, they have nice looking players like Alec Pierce. He can make great plays, but they're way too inconsistent. To me, I see Mike Tomlin making their offense absolutely miserable for 4 quarters straight here. And also, when it comes to the Steelers, I expect a massive game out of George Pickens. I'm talking 100+ yards and a score, guaranteed. Well, I don't want to guarantee it because typically when I guarantee something, it backfires, but I have a very good feeling about George Pickens. Now we have the Broncos at the Jets. I got the Jets winning this game 21-10. This would be so funny if Denver won, but they won't do it. We saw last week that Aaron Rodgers can still play at an elite level, and I honestly think the Jets are going to use that as fuel going forward. They know they have a chance. Not to mention, I think the Jets also just have a way better defense than Tampa, so I don't expect any fuckery from Denver. This should be a pretty straightforward win from the Jets. Next up, we get the much anticipated rematch from last year's playoff. It is the Eagles at the Bucks. I think the Eagles get redemption and win this game narrowly, 26-24. It'll be a good one. And please, Tampa, again, much like the Saints, don't think I'm giving up on you guys. But Philly had a very solid bounce back last week, neutralizing the most explosive offense in football at the time. And if the defense can even replicate a little bit of the physicality from what they had last week, I think that's going to be enough to hold Baker and company down. I also got to wonder what Philly's plan is now that they saw Baker getting thrown around like a sack of potatoes last week. I hope he's wearing extra padding, brother. Now we've got the Commanders at the Cardinals, where I have both Jaden and Kyler in fantasy. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Why did I choose to play that stupid shit again? Like, it's anxiety! Anyway, my brain wants to take Arizona. My gut wants to take Washington here. This is a toughie. But I think due to what I've seen from Washington's secondary this year, I am going to go with the brain pick here. I am going to go with Arizona, and they'll win in an entertaining 23-17 game. I think Kyler and Marvin are in for a classic Matt Ryan, Julio Jones style day here. And I also expect Jaden Daniels' first interception to happen very soon now that he's airing the ball out. And Washington fans, whenever it happens, no matter how bad it may look, throw that shit out the window. Like, it's gotta happen sooner or later when he's taking chances now. Just a fact of life. Going with Arizona to win this game, and I think Budda Baker is going to be the one that snatches it out of the air. All right, now we've got the Patriots at the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan, last week I said you needed to retire if you lost that game to the Rams. I was kind of kidding. This week, if you lose to the Patriots, get out! What are we doing? 49ers should bounce back with a commanding 28-7 victory here. I see little concern to be had here for the 49ers. However, I can also see them playing this game very conservative to ensure victory. So it could end up being lower, like 17-7, but regardless, they are going to win and they are going to look dominant. Moving on, we have Kansas City at the Chargers. Look, at this point, I don't know what's going on with Herbert this week. I'm led to believe he probably won't play, and even if he will play, he obviously ain't going to be 100%, and that, to me, is what makes this a trap game for Kansas City. With or without Herbert, in my opinion, this will be a competition, but without him, I can see the Kansas City Chiefs dropping their guard just enough to make this uncomfortably close. However, I'll take Kansas City to walk out ahead 14-10 in a low-scoring affair. I think we're about to see a lot of crazy shit from Jimbo this game. We're about to see a lot of crazy calls, a lot of crazy decisions. He knows what he's up against here, and he is going to be the coach to make you earn a damn victory, especially coming off of a loss that I guarantee he is still not stomached. Kansas City wins, though, and they go 4-0. And now moving on, we got the Browns at the Raiders. This game makes me want to sit in a shopping cart and have someone push me down a hill and watch as I collide full speed into an oncoming Ford F-150. Browns are going to win in a shit show 20-17. Both teams stink, but the Raiders defense is low-key atrocious. I don't even know who's starting at quarterback for the Raiders, and I don't think it matters either. Browns win. And that'll bring us to Sunday Night Football, where we've got the Bills at the Ravens. Oh shit, this should be another good one here. Obviously, you know what I'm gonna go with. I'm picking the Bills to win this game 33-24. As of now, I'm not convinced the Bills offense can be stopped. At the same time, I will admit, even though I do believe our defense is good, I don't think they're as good as some people are saying they are. And I hope to be wrong on that. It's just their competition the last 2 weeks, it's been garbage. If Buffalo can go out there and limit Derrick Henry and limit Lamar's mobility, I think they can win this game pretty comfortably. Josh Allen's been playing like the NFL's MVP. Sean McDermott's been coaching up a 5-star meal on a silver platter. I think the Bills get a win here on the road in Baltimore and also start off the season 4-0. And now we will return to the stupid-ass Monday night doubleheaders. Sick, NFL. Sick! Fuck you. So starting off, we got the Titans at the Dolphins. Now, I don't know if I was knocked in the fucking head too many times as a kid or what, but I still somewhat believe in the Titans, and I gotta go with them to win this game 17-10, especially when the Dolphins don't have Tua, and they are ass without him. Like, they're incapably fucking bad. Honestly, at this moment in time, I still have no idea who's the starting quarterback for each team. But if Will does indeed get the start, and he makes one dumbass decision, I'm talking even 10 seconds into the game, he's riding the pine, and reasonably so. And main eventing Monday Night Football and main eventing Week 4, reasonably so, we have got the Seahawks at the Lions. If you guys haven't noticed in recent history, when these two play each other, the games are so crazy you would think they are literally scripted. Look, for my pick here, I got the Lions finally getting the upper hand on Seattle in a close game, 30-27. But Seattle, I need you to listen to me. This is the game. This is your chance to truly win me over. Not that you give a fuck. I'm just an idiot on the internet. But all the people that want me to truly believe in you guys, which right now I'm starting to, if you want to win me over, you need to win this game. I have been respectful to you guys this year, but when reality hits, you guys haven't exactly had a real fight yet. You played the Broncos and the Patriots, which both games were within one score, and now you just bossed around the Dolphins, who didn't have a quarterback going into the game. I'm not trying to discredit you, but I'm saying, if you guys go out there and neutralize Aiden Hutchinson, you guys can walk out of this game as winners. I will believe in you. This is also my dad's pick of the week, so Dad, who do you think is gonna win?
Hello, all you Wyatt's World junkies. It's Wyatt's dad, also known as the Fossil, back for another pick. I told you Falcons fans what was going to happen, but my official pick last week was the Ravens and Cowboy game. I think I told you the Ravens would win 26-23, and it was 28-25. I also told you that the Ravens would run for 200 plus yards against Cowboys in that sieve of a defense, and that's exactly what happened. The game was not nearly as close as the score. I've watched it a few times, and for all you Dallas fans, it's on at 1 o'clock Central Time tomorrow, Thursday, on the NFL Network. I'll be watching it. I'm going to get a bowl of popcorn and an adult beverage. I always like a story with a happy ending. Now, this week's pick, Detroit and Seattle. The Seattle Seahawks go into Detroit to take on the Lions. The Seahawks have the number 2, I think, defense in the league. Now, it's not hard to be ranked number 2 statistically when you played Denver, who has a rookie quarterback. Then you went to overtime at New England, and then you beat up on Miami without Tua. Defenses should be pretty good then, and also playing those teams, you should have a good defense against the pass because they're not going to throw, and not such a good defense against the run. That bodes well going into the Lions game because the Lions are going to run that ball right down your throat. The Lions haven't played really well this year, but this is where they get started. They run all over Seattle in this game, expose old McDonald's farm as a fraud. This game is Detroit's 31-13. Until next week, all you Wide World junkies, behave.
And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my Week 4 NFL predictions. Hope you guys continue to enjoy these videos, and if you do, please show support because you guys know I appreciate any and all help. However, in the meantime, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and as always, I will see you in the next video.